I'm a soldier. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior.
If Gabriel Wharehinga is a warrior, then this is his battleground. The chemo clinic at Rotorua Hospital. Today, the 19-year-old is facing his 28th round of chemotherapy.
I sit down, just get as comfortable as I can, really. And then the nurses come in, they hook me up.
This is Gabriel 3 years ago, looking every bit the warrior. Sporty and academic, the head boy at Taupo-a-nui-Tia College, destined to be centre stage.
Yeah, he was always performing. When he was smaller, he was always dancing with the kids' TV programs. He knew all the words and all the actions. I kind of thought he would grow out of it, but he didn't.
I love it. Any chance I can get on stage or even backstage, just helping out, it's a rush. It's good fun.
Gabriel was into everything, but his great love is the theatre, one he shares with his beloved drama teacher.
He is a heart, one big walking heart. He embraces everyone and loves everyone. He exudes this mana. He's unique.
One of 4 brothers, Gabriel was living a typical teenage life. But in 2014, an agonising pain in his hip changed everything.
One night I was just screaming in bed. It got to the point where I couldn't move. It's like all the nerves that were in the spine and in my leg had just been electrocuted.
He was rushed to hospital. A long series of appointments and tests followed, but they didn't pick up a rare cancer.
They thought he had osteomyelitis, which is just abscesses growing in his bones. And that was a big deal. We knew that was real sore. And we were just waiting for, for the medicine to kick in and for him to get a good, clean bill of health. But it just didn't happen. And it just dragged on and on and on.
For months, Gabriel lived in constant pain. He says all that time he was only being treated with antibiotics.
We trusted everyone because they knew what was best for me, supposedly,
Even Gabriel's school teachers were going, "Oh, that sounds like cancer." And I would just knock it back because I didn't want to believe that.
But Eunice says in her heart she knew it could be true. She asked Gabriel's doctor to test for cancer, but no biopsy was conducted. He continued to be treated for a bone abscess.
You get a gut feeling when something's not working, do something else, because it's not working. And the whole time he was just adamant that, no, it's infection, we'll keep going. It's heartbreaking.
With no improvement, Gabriel went online and searched for a test that could determine the cause of his illness. He found what's called an open biopsy. After pushing to have the procedure in August 2015, he was finally diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a rare form of bone cancer.
I was just angry that it took so long because it's all over the place, so it's stage 4 cancer. But if he had diagnosed me in the beginning or even a bit faster, it would have just been in the one place. That's difficult to hear.
I just, I zoned out. I was in shock because, I said, "Can you confirm that it's not cancer? Because that's my biggest worry." And he was like, "No, because cancer would show up on all these tests that we're doing." And that's what played through my head, in that office. How could it be cancer?
With Eunice's worst fears finally confirmed, in August 2015, Gabriel began an intensive program of chemotherapy.
I never did it for me. I always did it for someone else. I did it for my parents. I did it for my friends. I was like an afterthought. If I leave, everyone's got to be hurt, so I'm staying here.
Because you don't want to hurt anyone?
No. And that's tough.
Is that your biggest fear?
Oh, jeez.
Gabriel's supporters had to watch on as their star faded.
Yeah, it was hard for a while there watching him get really skinny and losing all his hair. He still managed to rock the beanie though.
Despite the gruelling treatment, Gabriel managed to pass year 13, and after 4 months of chemo, he was given the all clear.
It was real special for everybody because Gabriel was the happy cancer story. You know, he beat it.
Life in the Wharehinga household returned to normal. Gabriel was recovering well and putting on weight again.
Good. Oh, good to see you.
He even went back to tutoring the drama classes at his former high school. It was his own special therapy.
Need to cut your hair.
I'm getting it tomorrow.
Anything to do with drama, you know, you're a character, so, you know, I'm not sick. I don't have cancer, you know. I'm a vampire or something like that, you know. I'm whatever the character is, so. What people do with devising, everyone does it. They go too much information-based and they don't try and entertain people.
It was the happily ever after Gabriel had fought for, but the drama wasn't over. After 12 months in remission, late last year, the aches returned.
It was all those familiar pains. The sciatica, the hip. He couldn't sit down. He had to lie down. He was in so much pain. And we took him up to our A&E and they rushed us over to Rotorua again.
Again, he was prescribed antibiotics. Gabriel knew his cancer had returned, but before this could be confirmed, his oncologist went on holiday. He was booked in for a biopsy the following month. The pain so debilitating, he couldn't even walk.
We didn't have a wheelchair, so we were just kind of carrying him. But we were so used to that. He just got worse and we were panicking.
Not prepared to wait, Gabriel's GP managed to get him into Waikato Hospital 10 days later. In late January, an MRI confirmed Gabriel's cancer had returned.
One of the silly things that the oncologist told us while we were there is, you know, if you want to, you can just go home. Yeah, that was just such a kick in the stomach, having my boy here. But Gabes was real good. He said, no, I want to be treated because I can fight this again. And as soon as I heard those words come out of his mouth, I was like, yeah, we'll do it all over again. And we did. We're ready to do it all over again.
Gabriel's back in treatment, but he's angry he didn't receive urgent attention when his pain returned, given his medical history. He feels he's been let down by the system.
Like the rate of survival, it's very low. So when you see it and that much of it, it's pretty scary. Dad, being Dad, he's a staunch guy. It even got to him. Mum broke down, but the whole time I was just angry. I couldn't even think properly.
Gabriel sharing his story in the hope others will receive better care than he has. For now, he's taking it day by day.
When all the doctors said, oh, you know, limit what you do, I was just, nah. Nah, I'm going for a swim. I'm going to jump off a cliff. And then I come out, go home, and then I'm knocked out in bed. But worries, I had a good day.
His prognosis isn't good, but it hasn't stopped Gabriel from dreaming of a life on stage. Do you still hold on to your dreams and aspirations?
Yeah. Like I still want to be an actor or a teacher, something along the lines of that. I still want to travel, do all that sort of stuff. And I will eventually. Just stuck at the moment, that's all.